Have you ever felt your chest tighten with frustration, as if the whole world is conspiring to test your patience? One careless word, one delay, one disappointment, and suddenly anger burns inside you like fire. Or maybe it's boredom, the gray fog that creeps in when life feels dull. People seem predictable, and every day feels the same. But what if I told you? The Stoics discovered a way to remain unshaken, unbeard, and free, no matter what happens outside. Think about the last time you lost your temper, or the last time boredom drained the color from your day. Did it help? Or did it only leave you weaker, emptier, more controlled by forces outside of you? The Stoics believe that anger and boredom are illusions of the mind, not truths, but habits. And once you learn to see them for what they are, you can step out of their grip. This is where Stoicism comes alive. Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, Epictetus, they faced war, betrayal, exile, even slavery. Yet they discovered unshakable freedom within. Their writings are not dusty philosophy. They are battle-tested tools, forged in fire, meant to calm storms inside the human heart. And in this video, we will uncover 7 of those timeless lessons. By the end of these 7 lessons, you will know how to never be carried away by anger, never sink into boredom, and never feel powerless against life. You will walk away with practical tools that you can use every single day to strengthen your mind, to steady your emotions, and to transform frustration into clarity. This is the gift of Stoicism, the power to remain free, even in a world full of chaos. The first Stoic lesson is simple yet profound. Control what is within your power, release what is not. The Stoics taught that most of our anger and frustration comes from confusing the two. When we try to bend the world to our will, other people, circumstances, the past, or the future, we set ourselves up for suffering. Freedom begins the moment we draw the line and say, "This is mine to shape, that is not." Epictetus once said, "Some things are in our control and others not." These few words contain a map for life. The weather, the economy, the opinions of others, these lie outside of us. Our judgments, our actions, our responses, these lie within. When we live by this truth, no insult can shake us, no setback can enslave us, for our true kingdom is always within reach, the kingdom of choice. Imagine a Roman general watching his fleet sink in a storm. The waves devour his ships, soldiers cry out in despair, and nothing can stop the fury of the sea. Yet in that moment, a true Stoic does not rage against the ocean. He commands his own soul. "I cannot rule the storm, but I can rule myself." In every age, we too stand before storms, layoffs, rejection, illness. The Stoic lesson is the same. Master the inner, let go of the outer. Today, anger often rises when people disappoint us, when plans collapse, or when we scroll endlessly through bad news. But pause for a moment and ask, is this within my control? If not, release it. If yes, act with wisdom. This single habit rewires your life. Instead of boiling in traffic, you practice patience. Instead of being consumed by gossip, you turn to your own purpose. Control your thoughts, your choices, your discipline, and you will no longer be a prisoner of the uncontrollable. This is the first armor of the Stoic, the power of focus. When you master the boundary between what is yours and what is not, anger dissolves, boredom fades, and clarity rises like dawn. From here, we move to the next lesson, how to sharpen your perspective and see life as it truly is. The second Stoic lesson is about perspective. Learn to see the whole picture. Anger and boredom thrive when our view is narrow, when we obsess over one moment, one insult, one delay. But zoom out, and the burden shrinks. The Stoics trained their minds to see life as if from above, a vast flow of time and space, where our troubles are but small ripples on an endless ocean. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Perspective begins when we realize we are not chained to every external blow. The world can shake, storms can rage, but the mind is always free to choose its stance. By lifting our vision higher, we rise above the pettiness of the moment and reclaim the clarity to act wisely. Think of a man stuck in traffic. His fury builds as horns blare and minutes crawl. But if he could see from above, thousands of cars, each with its own story, each person fighting their own battle, the anger fades. Perspective transforms frustration into compassion. The Stoics often imagined standing on a mountain or looking from the stars, so that life's insults seemed smaller, almost laughable. What angers us today, from a higher view, is often nothing at all. The next time boredom or irritation visits you, practice this shift. Ask, will this matter a year from now? A decade from now? Imagine yourself as a star looking down on Earth, watching centuries rise and fall. Suddenly, the harsh word of a colleague, the delay in your plans, the monotony of a routine, they lose their grip. This is not denial. It is wisdom. Perspective restores balance, frees the heart, and lets you walk in patience where others stumble. This is the second armor of the Stoic, the vision of perspective. When anger narrows your sight, expand it. When boredom dulls your soul, lift it. From this higher view, you gain strength that no insult or delay can touch. And so we move to the third lesson, how to release what you cannot hold and rest in freedom. The third Stoic lesson is this: master your emotions. Do not let them master you. Anger is quick, like a spark that can set the whole house on fire. Boredom is slow, like a fog that suffocates without notice. The Stoics knew emotions are natural, but they are not rulers. They are guests. If we let them rule, we become slaves. If we host them wisely, we remain free. Seneca wrote, "Anger, if not restrained, is more harmful than the injury that provokes it." This truth strikes deep. Anger punishes us before it punishes others. The same with boredom. It robs us of our own life before anything external has done so. To master your emotions is to refuse to hand them the keys to your inner fortress. Picture a gladiator in the Roman arena. The crowd roars, insults fly, and fear grips his chest. If he gives in to rage, he swings blindly and falls. But if he steadies his breath, letting the noise pass like wind through stone, he fights with clarity. Our modern arenas are offices, homes, and cities, full of provocation and noise. Like the gladiator, our strength is not in fury, but in calm mastery. Next time anger flares, pause. Breathe. Notice it, but do not obey it. Next time boredom whispers, look deeper. What virtue can I practice here? Patience, gratitude, discipline. This is Stoic training. Every emotion is a test. You do not fail by feeling it. You fail only by surrendering to it. When you choose calm over rage, focus over dullness, you claim victory, not over the world, but over yourself. This is the third armor of the Stoic, emotional mastery. To feel without being ruled, to suffer without being broken, to breathe when the world demands you burn. From here, the next lesson unfolds, one that transforms discomfort itself into your training ground. The fourth Stoic lesson is this: embrace discomfort as training. While most people run from pain and chase only ease, the Stoics saw struggle as a forge. Hardship is not the enemy. It is the gymnasium of the soul. Anger rises when things are hard. Boredom spreads when things are dull. But both are conquered when you accept discomfort as your teacher, not your curse. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself, if it is endurable, then endure it. Stop complaining. This is not cruelty, but clarity. Life will bring cold, heat, insult, loss. Yet if it can be borne, then bear it. To resist endlessly is to double your pain. To accept, to adapt, to endure, this is strength. Discomfort becomes lighter when we cease fighting its presence. Cato the Younger, a Stoic statesman, walked barefoot in the snow while others wrapped themselves in furs. He trained his body not for cruelty, but for discipline. By choosing discomfort, he built strength that no luxury could provide. We too live in comfort, yet grow weak in spirit. The Stoic path asks, choose the cold shower, the long walk, the honest silence. For these small hardships prepare you for greater storms. In our world, Discomfort comes as deadlines, setbacks, workouts, or even silence with ourselves. Instead of fleeing, practice leaning in. Each time you endure without complaint, you sharpen your character. Each time you choose the harder road, you strengthen your soul. Anger fades because hardship no longer surprises you. Boredom dissolves because every challenge becomes training. What others see as punishment, the Stoic sees as preparation. This is the fourth armor of the Stoic: endurance through choice. When you see discomfort as training, life ceases to threaten you. Every obstacle becomes a partner in your growth. And with this mindset, we step into the next lesson, one that transforms even ordinary days into treasures of gratitude. The fifth Stoic lesson is this: practice gratitude and presence. Anger thrives when we focus on what we lack. Boredom spreads when we overlook what we have. The Stoics reminded themselves daily that life itself is a gift. To wake up, to breathe, to think. These are privileges denied to countless others. Gratitude does not blind us to pain. It balances us, giving strength to endure and joy to live. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." This was not empty poetry. It was a practice. Each dawn was a chance to begin again. Each breath a reminder of fortune. Gratitude strips anger of its fuel and fills the emptiness where boredom tries to live. There is a tale of a Roman farmer who lost nearly everything in a storm. His neighbors expected despair, but instead he gave thanks that his family lived, that his hands still worked, that tomorrow still offered soil to till. Gratitude turned his loss into resilience. In our own lives, storms arrive: job losses, rejections, illnesses. Yet gratitude reminds us of what remains unbroken, and from that soil, we grow again. In practice, gratitude means noticing the ordinary: a meal, a friend's voice, even silence. Boredom cannot survive where wonder is alive. Try this. Each evening, write down 3 things you are thankful for. Simple, small, even mundane. Over time, you will see anger soften, boredom lift, and life itself regain color. Gratitude is not luxury. It is survival. It is how the Stoic learns to stand strong without bitterness. This is the fifth armor of the Stoic, the shield of gratitude. When you learn to see each breath as a treasure, anger cannot chain you. Boredom cannot hollow you. From gratitude flows strength, and from strength flows freedom. Next, we turn to a principle that asks not only for gratitude, but for clarity of purpose, the gravity that pulls your whole life together. The sixth Stoic lesson is this: define your purpose with clarity. Anger often rises when we drift aimlessly, struck by every slight and setback. Boredom creeps in when life feels directionless. But when your purpose is clear, when you know what you stand for, what you aim toward, distractions lose power. The Stoics believe that a life without purpose is like a ship without a rudder, tossed by every wave, never arriving anywhere. Seneca wrote, "If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable." Purpose does not guarantee calm seas, but it ensures direction. Without clarity, every inconvenience becomes anger, every quiet moment becomes boredom. With clarity, storms become challenges, and silence becomes focus. Purpose transforms life from random moments into a journey that matters. Think of Marcus Aurelius, emperor of Rome, beset by wars and betrayals. Yet every dawn he reminded himself of his duty to serve the common good. This clarity gave him calm in chaos. Or picture a modern person who wakes not for endless scrolling or routine, but to create, to love, to build something greater. Purpose anchors the soul, making anger powerless and boredom irrelevant. To practice, write down your purpose in clear words. Not vague wishes, but specific aims. I will live with courage. I will serve with integrity. I will grow in wisdom. Revisit it daily. Let it guide your choices, from the food you eat to the work you pursue. Anger fades when you see obstacles as part of the path. Boredom disappears when every action aligns with meaning. Purpose is not found. It is chosen, shaped, and lived. This is the sixth armor of the Stoic, purpose as gravity. It holds you steady when storms rage, it draws you forward when distractions tempt, and it gives weight to every step. And now, we arrive at the final lesson, the practice of reflection, where wisdom is sealed and the mind prepares for tomorrow. The seventh Stoic lesson is this: end each day with reflection and preparation. Anger and boredom often linger because we carry unfinished emotions into tomorrow. The Stoics ended their days by reviewing: what did I do well? Where did I falter? What can I improve? This practice clears the heart of regret, sharpens the mind with wisdom, and prepares the soul for the dawn. Seneca advised, when the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, I examine my entire day and measure my deeds. This was not guilt, but growth. Each night became a classroom, each failure a teacher. Reflection transforms anger into insight, boredom into gratitude. By looking back with honesty, the Stoic clears the path forward with strength. Imagine Marcus Aurelius after ruling an empire all day, returning to his tent in the midst of war. Surrounded by chaos, he took up his journal and wrote words to himself, reminders of virtue, notes of weakness, vows of improvement. These writings became meditations, a gift not meant for us, but for his own growth. Reflection turned the burden of an emperor into the discipline of a student. You can do the same. Before sleep, turn off distractions. Take a notebook or a simple thought. Ask yourself, where did I grow stronger today? Where did I stumble? What will I do differently tomorrow? Write even a single sentence. This simple ritual ends the day with peace, arms you with lessons, and gives tomorrow a clear beginning. Anger dissolves, boredom disappears, and purpose deepens. This is the seventh armor of the Stoic, reflection as renewal. With each day closed in wisdom, each dawn begins in strength. And now, we gather all 7 lessons together, forging a life where anger cannot control you, boredom cannot consume you, and chaos cannot break you. You have now walked through 7 Stoic lessons. Control what is in your power, broaden your perspective, master your emotions, embrace discomfort as training, practice gratitude, define your purpose, and end each day with reflection. These are not abstract ideas. They are weapons for the soul. They turn storms into teachers, insults into tests, and ordinary days into ground for growth. Remember, anger does not have to own you. Boredom does not have to drown you. You are not a victim of chaos. The Stoics prove that freedom begins within, and it is yours to claim. Each breath, each thought, each choice is an opportunity to practice strength. No matter what storms rage outside, you can remain calm, steady, unshaken. So tonight, begin. Write down one lesson you will practice tomorrow. Control what you can. Be grateful for one simple thing. Reflect on your day with honesty. These are small steps, but they build an unshakable mind, one choice at a time. Do not wait for peace to arrive. Build it within yourself today. This is Stoic Miracles. Remember, strength is not the absence of struggle. It is the power to remain free in the midst of it. Walk with these 7 lessons, and you will never again be ruled by anger or boredom. You will be unshakable. You will be free.